Hey, what's going on today?
Oh, look, we're covered up. We're wall-to-wall people. Isn't this great?
Yeah.
I tell you what, people are enjoying this, and almost as much as we're enjoying doing it.
Yeah. Well, tell for those who don't know, what's going on today?
Okay, this is a Colonial Christmas open house of the Thomas Amy home, oldest stone home in Tennessee, and we have wonderful people from the SAR and the DAR here to share the story of the history, and our log cabin is open. 1830 log cabin is open for walkthroughs also, and Walking Bear and the Indian crew are over there, have all their wares set up on the back patio.
Yeah.
And then we've got 50 some wonderful vendors here for Christmas trading post.
All right. Well, what is the purpose of this event? What do you hope to achieve here?
Just history. Let people know the rich history of this area. And that's what it's all about. If you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going.
Right. Okay.
And so that's what it's about. It's about the history.
Have you had a good crowd today?
Oh, it's amazing. God did good.
Could you have asked for a better day?
Oh,
yeah.
no, he gave us a pretty day. It's a little cool out, but it's very, very nice.
For December, not too bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. And we've got 4 fireplaces going in the house, fireplace going in the cabin, got a fire pit going out there, so got lots going on, and a maiden voyage on the restaurant. They got gumbo and smoked meat down
I'm going down there here in a minute.
Okay.
Well, so what are people seeing in the house? What are they learning about here?
Oh goodness, the history of this house. This was the first stone home in the wilderness, oldest stone house in Tennessee, agreed to by the state historian, Dr. Van West. In fact, Dr. Van West has a book in print at the publisher right now on Thomas Amy. He believes this to be the most significant revolutionary site in Tennessee. And he's a wonderful fella, and he's done great history for us. And Amy Collins from ETSU did an extensive genealogical and archaeological study on the property, and she's set up out in the garage with her computer and all that information.
Okay, I need to go talk to her too then.
Yes, absolutely. She's in the first booth in the garage.
Alrighty. Well, and so this room where we're standing in right now, Captain Thomas Amy stood here 240 years ago, right?
Absolutely.
Now, who else?
Along with John, they call him Sevier, but his name was Savier.
Yeah.
Another French Huguenot, Andrew Jackson, and our Wall of Fame, Bishop Asbury, Andre Michaud, Colonel Robertson, Hardy Murphy, William Blunt, they all sit in this very room.
Daniel Boone?
Daniel Boone on the wall right here. Yeah. And Elijah Wallen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all recorded in journals as being here on the property.
This is the who's who of Americana.
Yes,
American
actually,
history.
the settlement of the West Tennessee from Big Creek west was all wilderness in 1780, and all of that settlement, the bulk of it came through right here. This was the only road. In fact, the ruts of the original wagon road are still visible here on the property. That's the first road to Knoxville.
Okay, this was the last stop to get sleep under a roof.
Right, exactly. This was when you got your provisions to go find your land grant in the wilderness.
Yeah.
North Carolina paid all of their troops with revolutionary land grants, and they were all out in western North Carolina. And so they'd come and get their provisions. That's why Tom got this land grant at the end of the only road that came to Big Creek. And he got this land grant because that's how they came.
This was
provisions here.
This was the last stop on the interstate.
Last stop, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, well, I'm going to take a little walk around then and go back and then go out and meet your ETSU lady.
Right,
Is there anything that you want people to see inside this house? What's something that everybody has to see when they come to this house?
Probably the Wall of Fame. The people that were actually here.
And that's this.
Yeah, that's the Wall of Fame.
Okay. And can you point out for me who everybody is?
Okay. Yeah, exactly. This is John Savier. And Andrew Jackson.
Or as we like to call him,
Sevier.
John Sevier.
Okay. And then Colonel Robertson.
Okay.
Founder of Middle Tennessee. Colonel Hardy Murphy, Murfreesboro, William Blount, signer of the Constitution, and the governor of the Southwest Territory. In 1790, North Carolina gave all this territory back to the government to pay their war debt, and Blount was appointed the governor. Okay, and then Bishop Francis Asbury, the founder of the Methodist Church in the New World, and Andre Michaud, King Louis XVI's personal botanist.
And he came to study the plant life here.
Came to study the flora and fauna because they needed to reforest France. And he introduced, anytime you see a crepe myrtle, a mimosa, or a gardenia, he brought those from France to the New World.
And everybody knows who that guy is.
Yeah, Andrew Jackson.
Now, but somebody got their own wall. Who got their own wall over there?
Yeah, that's Daniel Boone.
Now, what was he doing here? Killing birds?
Yeah, well, he was killing birds and drinking whiskey. He and Elijah Wallen said that this was the best whiskey.
Oh, wow, okay. So they came, when this was just on their stomping grounds when they
Yeah, Boone was one of the earliest. He was here in the 60s, 1760s. He was one of the original long hunters that came into the area. And he and his axeman, as they were carving the trail to the Wilderness Trail to Cumberland Gap.
Right.
It had no windows upstairs in the gable ends. It had gun ports. And there is a picture, a drawing of what it would have originally looked like in 1781. Actually had a parapet or a fort around it. And in 1781, the front door was on that end of the house because the road, the wilderness, or not the wilderness, but the log road, the old wagon road came up the hill over there and went across the property, crossed back, and then went on into Petersburg and eventually Rogersville, and original first road to Knoxville. Eventually it turned into 11W. Yeah, in fact, Thomas A. Mee contracted with Elijah Wallen to blaze and keep open a trail from here to Bean Station to Cumberland Gap for trade purposes.
Outstanding.
Yep.
Okay. All right, now everybody tell me who you are again.
Priscilla Rogers.
Okay.
Melissa Rogers Jesse.
Okay.
Olivia Anderson.
And tell me your connection to this property.
Well, my grandfather, Captain Thomas Amy, great grandfather, lived in this house, and I'm a descendant.
Okay. So are you cousins with Jake and Wendy? Yeah.
Wendy, yes, I'm a cousin of Wendy.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now, what is your all's connection?
Same.
Same.
Yeah. Same connection.
But you said there's not. You guys have some kind of variation.
Yeah, but we're all descended from Thomas Amy.
Okay. Different mamas.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, so what does it mean to you to come back here in a place like this, to know that your ancestors have been here for 200 and some odd years?
It just warms your heart.
Yeah.
And there's a special vibe that you get, feel that he was here and I'm related to him, and it's fun.
And a lot of pride, from being descended from somebody who was so important to our country.
And do you feel like a real special connection to this place? Did you come here when you was young, little? No. No?
See, I never came here before. I moved here about 12 years ago. I didn't know a soul here. And since I moved here, I found out that I have ancestral connections to all of these places here. And actually, one of my ancestors was a frequent guest here. In the ledger, Francis Asbury was here 4 times in 1790, and I'm connected to him.
Wow.
So I am a true believer in inherited cell memory, that your cell memory knows where you've been and the people you've been associated with. So I find that the people that my ancestors fought with in battle and lived next to and spent time together, that I'm friends with their descendants today and did not know that before. So I think you're drawn to people and places because your ancestors were connected, not just you.
So weird coincidence, ain't it?
It is. It's an amazing coincidence. Yeah.
All right.